Throughout city streets. You see it stopped now, and patrol vehicles following close behind. You can also see the back of the car, the trunk open there, and quite a bit of damage to that front tire on the right. And it looks like it's also had some damage to the vehicle, maybe missing a panel there. But again, this all started about 4:50 in the Southgate area, and it's driven through Cudahy, Bell Gardens. It is still going, as you can see.
Yeah, I think it's right now in Downey, Giovanna, and you can see that that trunk is open. We saw a lot of sparks coming from those tires because I think authorities were able to have a couple successful spike strips, and you can see the suspect getting out of the vehicle. Now, will this person run? Because many times you see them run out of the car, but you see they are surrounded by law enforcement, so we'll see. Arms are up. We're ready to surrender.
He's surrendering, which is the safest route to go. You know, he might know this property. Sometimes people who do these sorts of things will go back to a property.
But now he's getting back in the car. He's going to close the door.
No.
Like suddenly, do you think those tires are going to start working again? They will not. I'm sure he's had a very hard time navigating that car just to get to that point. But again, this takes on a totally different measure of alarm for law enforcement, because when he gets out of the car, his arms are up, his hands up, ready to do what he was being commanded to do, and now he went back in the car.
Yeah, it really did look like he was going to surrender.
Yeah.
It looked like he was starting to run, and then he just paused in the driveway there, and then he got back in the car. So we are not sure what he's thinking, but you see that sheriff's deputies are in place. They've pulled their weapons. They're trying to be careful. They're likely trying to communicate with this person if they can, if you can hear them. Who knows what his state of mind is? They did believe that he was driving under the influence.
Yeah.
And he was driving very dangerously, recklessly through city streets, driving on the wrong way of the streets.
Yeah.
So you can see him going through, well, you can see the tires sparking right there.
That makes it, I mean, if any person who's ever tried to drive on a flat tire, it's almost impossible to steer and get your car to go. It's lucky he didn't hit that motorcycle. We're looking at some images from Air 7 HD from earlier in this pursuit. But again, now it's turning into a barricade situation in the car, because they're going to expect law enforcement to try to get them out. And obviously they're negotiating, but you can see the police are trying to sort of take cover by this pickup truck on the side. You know that they're trying to talk to this person. We don't know if they know who this is, because this is not a stolen car. At least we haven't heard any kind of reports of that. So they've obviously run the plates. They know who's the owner. They're obviously trying to probably get in touch with them or their family members to try to get this person to get out of the car and give up peacefully. And of course, now you see all the people around there gathering to take pictures and videos. But again, Giovanna, we thought this person was going to give up peacefully.
We did. I'm trying to see if I can get some information as to what street this is happening on. Again, in Downey. The last locator we got was near Paramount from Florence. I don't know if anyone who...
It's on Fontana Street right there.
This is on Fontana Street. Okay, so now we have some information, more information for our viewers. Hopefully, if you live in this area, you are avoiding this area. Very important to stay inside your homes. You do not want to put yourself or anyone in your family in danger, so avoid this area. If you're listening and if you're watching, do not step outside. These things can escalate at any moment.
Yeah, this person's desperate now. We know, you know, when people are desperate, they do a lot of different things that are not necessarily reasonable. And if authorities think that this person is drunk or on any sort of drugs, that also takes this into a different direction for law enforcement to try to handle the suspect. But again, we saw them come out. We all naturally think that someone's going to stumble out of the car if they're drunk. But again, what alerted law enforcement thinking that this person was a drunk driver? I don't know if it was the reckless driving, what kind of reckless driving tipped off law enforcement. But again, you can see that car. Not sure if they suffered all those dings and bashes during this pursuit, or if it already had been involved in any kind of crash before law enforcement saw it.
Yeah, Colleen, he looks like he's moving his hands, gesturing. maybe he's on the phone. Again, all of this is speculation. We're just watching and unclear as to what is going through his mind at the moment. But he could be, perhaps, maybe they know his name by now and have been able to contact him via a cell phone. Hard to know. That is one tactic that authorities will use when they're trying, in a standoff situation, when they're trying to de-escalate. But again, this is all speculation. We're not sure if he is the registered owner of this vehicle,
exactly,
whether it's stolen or not.
Yeah, so again, we're going to just kind of stay above it, kind of hover over in Air 7 HD. Hope to see this driver give up because they don't want to go to jail. That's obviously where they're going to be going. And they're going to be, yeah, and you can see Giovanna slightly agitated in that car. We don't know if there's anybody inside the vehicle with them, if there's anybody in the back seat. We just don't know. And we can't tell if he's trying to talk to law enforcement. You see his hands moving around, kind of hitting on the steering wheel, but I don't know exactly what this person is actually doing.
Yeah, it's hard to know in a situation like this, and the helicopter camera operator is trying to
okay, there we go.
Do what he can. He's coming out, he's surrendering, hands up. This is a very good sign.
Take two, let's see. But why is he going over there? Why can't you just go over to law enforcement? That's what's so weird. Oh, he's going to grab
picking up his.
Oh, he's going to go grab the thing and he's going to go back into the
no.
car. Oh, goodness. You're not going to get away. Just give up. Just give up. There you go. Got on the grass, at least not on the concrete. He's still not going to give up. Still, boy, oh boy.
He came out of the vehicle to pick up his hat, it appears.
Well, maybe very important hat, sentimental reasons. Didn't want to leave it behind, but he's definitely getting handcuffed and going to go to jail. And at least, hopefully, nobody was hurt during this pursuit.
Yeah, it's a relief to say that he is now, in custody, as you can see there, and authorities now have control of the situation. And as far as we know, as you mentioned, no one's been hurt.
That's always a good thing. All right, we're going to switch on gears, and we're going to go over to Danny Romero. Danny, you've been watching this pursuit as well because clear skies right now.
Yeah, certainly dry conditions, warm and getting warmer for the weekend. We're going to add some winds to it as well before it's all said and done. Looking outside right now, heading towards the sunset for your Friday afternoon, and that's the key